Afternoon baseball here on the show. Ought to be a good one here. Ready now for Baltimore. Junior Avery, first at.
Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
And a base hit as the run is in to score, and the Orioles have a 1-0 lead.
Turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet them.
Just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And the run. Line drive to left. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And that'll bring home run number 3. Ready for another shot now. Junior
pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Baltimore Orioles jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Marvin Garcia wins. We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League. For 3 in the game so far. And he pops it up. Hendricks ranging into the outfield. He can't get to it. This one's down. And they get the force over there for the first out. And the O's jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Jorge Ruiz claims the MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Game apiece as this ball game is over. Pitching and defense game 2-1 the final score this afternoon. It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Should be a fun. Now batting, Junior Avery, first at bat.
10 in home runs and runs batted in. He's also one of the most feared hitters in all of baseball.
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with up the outfielder, Rafael Ortega.
The right fielder.
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. Ready once again, Junior Avery. Weak roller right side. Reined in. And no chance on the throw here. Is ready to begin the 8th. And next will be
for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
And that'll be a base hit. So very quickly here, the potential tying day. The Tampa Bay Rays jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball. Now to the plate, Junior Avery having a very night. The Tribe as they begin here tonight. They've come in losers of 7 of their last 10 games, but did earn the victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I know it's late in the season, and we're looking at 2 teams in the cellar right now. Professionals.
Runners on the move for second. Line toward right center. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. He's in at second. Ramirez over at second. Velasquez at first. 2 out in the inning. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4. Daniel Palka. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. High and deep to straightaway right. Right fielder looking up to the track, to the wall. Gone! It's a grand so far.
Tyler.
0-1. Here it comes. This one skied out toward right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he'll make it up to third. Look back.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 58 minutes.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major. Ready on 1 and 2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it down. 4 the final tally. Cleveland jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball. To finish, the Tribe led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Mike Clevenger. Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup. Digging in now, Junior Avery, first at bat for him.
Really fire up this team, both offensively and defensively.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll coast into second.
Gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for them.
And going his way of late. The set and the 1-2. High and deep to right. Going back is the right fielder. Leaps, and he made the catch. He took one out of the stands. Santa Maria. Another look out in right field as he ends the inning by taking away a home run. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person. Digging in for his second at bat, Junior Avery.
Right there, he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Pops this one up. And this is going to work out for him. It's a base hit. Throw into third. Throw won't get him.
Get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
There.
Especially with runners in scoring position, those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
That's in there. Base hit. And they will hold that runner over.
Yeah, Dan, you can tell he was sitting all over it. You don't get to a fastball like that without knowing it's coming. Nice piece of hit.
And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. But not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, D-Rose.
I know.
Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Left fielder coming in, but he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. The Cleveland Indians took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Caleb Smith. We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major.
Rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball. Stepping into the box, Junior Avery, first at.
I've been really impressed with this team, especially on the recent road trip to start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball from offense to defense, pitching. It's all coming together for this group.
And he'll scramble back to first in the game today.
There you go. See it up. Let it fly.
Hit out towards second. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And the runner from second is into.
He wants to get him to swing at it. He'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Line toward the gap in left center. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits and 3 at-bats to this point. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a liner. And that'll get down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners now. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. On a line, that's a base hit. Score. The Baltimore Orioles led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Nick Lodolo. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Standing in, Junior Avery.
Up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Vaughn isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they now trail by only 2. That triple just seems to be par for the course for him of late.
Yeah, Matty, he's seeing the ball extremely well. There's
for 2 in the ball game. This is flared out towards second. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Now batting. A bouncer up the middle. He's got it. And the throw is not going to be in. Rays used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Brendan McKay earns his. We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League. Baltimore used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Cole Stewart. afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead. Now to the plate, Junior Avery.
Game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal this.
The 1-1. Lifted the other way out to left center. After it is Calhoun. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And the run will score easily.
Smart more than making errors behind your pitchers. Let's see if this guy can pick them up right here.
This is lined into the gap in left center, and he's going to come through here with extra bases. One run is scored. But this throw is well up the line, and three needed hitter David Fry. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A diving effort as it's off his glove. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly trying to pick things up where he left off.
Right here.
Hey, come on, big dog, get your pitch.
Line to the right side. And this is a fair ball as it'll head for the 3-14 sign. And they'll have runners at second and 3 thus far. Here's the 3-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Chasing after it is Calhoun. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a back break.
Daniel Palka would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Swing and a line drive. And a leaping effort there, but it's over his head into left center.
Very difficult being a switch hitter, and very rarely do you see the same.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. They'll cash in here as the Baltimore Orioles took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Bill Gerber earns. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball. Into the box.
Stay on the attack. See if you can get on a hot streak. Maybe rattle off 8 to 10.
To first. And they will not get him at. Digging in. The 1-1 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And they're going to walk off as winners. They've taken it here in extra innings. Candidate list for our top player of the game, and the man you see here was a key contributor, so he takes it home. We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of last half. And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff Richmond. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Into the flag court and gone. Their 20th home win this year. Dean Kremer wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year.